all right. Getting ready. Here we are. Welcome to the Bertsch Barn today, a special session of the Midwest Music Hour. Here today with Cody James. It's been maybe about a year now since we last heard from Cody, and he was spearheading a project called Parallel Universe at the time.
Yeah.
A collection of Wisconsin artists doing songs from the Vietnam era, songs of social justice, awareness, etc., all in the light of things that were happening around the world. And
Yeah.
wow,
That was a good project. That was awesome.
That was a great project. I've been really enjoying some of the music that those artists put out on that project. Been more than happy to share it numerous times on the Midwest Music Hour.
Yeah.
As like I didn't have this artist before, in the library, and now
Sure.
there's this great track of like,
Yeah.
No Funerals.
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Whoa.
Some classic song.
Really
yeah.
great stuff on there. Your own track, including your own track, was great. Also, you did a Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young cover.
Yeah.
Of, right?
Yeah, I did For What It's Worth.
Or
yeah.
For What It's Worth.
Buffalo
yeah.
Springfield.
Buffalo Springfield.
Yeah.
Sure. So
Kind of similar.
predating the CSNY.
Yeah, it's funny. My kids and my wife will still dance all day long to your Bob Dylan song.
Oh, get out.
They love it. It's
No
got
way.
such a good groove, man.
Oh, thank you.
So good.
That was, and it ended up being, for me, different, different than how I thought it would go. I think when we got together and we were talking about the project, I was kind of set on doing, down tempo, maybe sort of similar in the original recording vein.
Sure. Yeah.
And then one night I was just like, what if I did it completely different?
Yeah, you gave it a whole new life. You really did. You made it your own.
Thanks.
No doubt.
That was a super fun project.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, so that's still up online if you're interested in listening. It was a compilation that I put together last year, which featured Wisconsin musicians and Wisconsin artists. We all covered a classic protest song of the 60s and 70s, and it was kind of an effort to stand in solidarity with current civil rights struggles and kind of draw parallels between what was going on in the 60s and 70s and what's happening today. So the project is called Parallel Universe, and kind of under the moniker of Wisconsin in Solidarity. So you can check that out. It's up online at paralleluniverse.bandcamp.com. So check it out on Bandcamp.
absolutely. And
Yeah.
still, what proceeds are going to the ACLU?
Yeah, so we collected proceeds to benefit the ACLU of Wisconsin, which helps people in need. And so all downloads, there's like a name your price option, so you can pay as much as you want or pay nothing if you want for any of the songs to download. And then whatever money we do collect goes towards the ACLU of Wisconsin.
That's
Good
very
stuff.
cool. Very
Yeah.
cool. So after, fast forward to now, now you're doing music full time.
Yeah.
Every chance you get, your studio at home is, closer to where, maybe where you want it to end up.
Yeah.
Because we're all like in search of like the perfect
The
ear and like
spot.
improve
Yeah,
this
right,
and make this
right,
better and
yeah,
whatever. So
yeah.
it's like you're in it now, right?
Yeah, no, I'm very, very fortunate. I quit the day job about a month ago, so I've been doing music full time now. And I have a studio right at home in our basement. And I can just get up and go to work in my jammies, and it's really great, and do what I love. And then, I play out a lot too. I have a lot of shows coming up and things like that. And it's been great. I feel like I should have just taken the plunge a long time ago. If you put all your time and energy into something, I don't think it's really possible to fail. So I'm glad to be finally doing that.
Nice. Yeah, and new music out?
Yeah.
You're doing a kind of not necessarily like a song a day, but I've noticed, in the recent couple weeks, you've been putting together different songs, cover songs here and there, maybe like one a week or something like that.
Yeah. So I
add into your YouTube channel and everything.
Yep. So I've been doing posting covers. Yeah, right. I do them right at home, and that's been really fun just to practice and learn some new songs and just kind of be active with playing and stuff. Maybe I don't have a show or something, I'll just throw some songs together or whatever. So yeah, that's on my YouTube channel. It's a weekly thing. I think last week I did Walk on the Wild Side by Lou Reed, which is a classic. I love that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and I did just release an original song on the 15th of this month. So it's up now. It's called Everything in Me. And yeah, I'm actually announcing now for the first time that it's going to be part of an EP, which is dropping on November 19th.
Ooh.
So it's kind of the first single from that. Some
Very
songs I've
cool.
been kind of holding on to for a while that I just decided to put out,
Right
I
on.
think it's so easy as for an artist, I'm sure you can relate to kind of get hooked on, going back and forth on this detail and that detail, and you can end up hanging on to stuff for quite a while, So I just got to the point where it's like, I'm putting this stuff out, I'm done with it,
There's only so much distilling you can do.
Yeah, it's like, what else am I gonna do here? It's either I do it or I don't, So yeah, I'm real excited. November 19th.
What about creating music is one of the what do you find most exciting about it?
I think initially I get really excited when I get kind of that new idea, There's some new spark comes in from somewhere, and just kind of like navigating and kind of allowing it to go where it wants to go is really fun. I love that when you're just kind of in the zone and you're figuring out, some new song or something. And then of course I love connecting with the audience, after the song's done and I'm on stage, and someone's like, wow, I really felt that. I mean, that's kind of what we do it for, I mean, it's a connection with yourself, and it's a connection with others, which I think is really great.
So the dynamic of a song, laying it down in the studio and then playing that live, obviously we're going to get a chance to hear, the solo one-man acoustic or just not really acoustic, you got an electric guitar here as well,
Yeah.
But we're going to have the one-man approach, you're not using a looper, you're not using tracks. How do you have some people struggle with rendering that on their own after going through the recording process. They want to be on stage with the full production behind them, or a band sound or something like that.
Yeah.
Is that a difficult thing for you to experience when you take a song that you've just spent, time recording in the studio, and you get to this huge wall of sound with it? Is that difficult transition for you to get back on stage with a song just on your own?
No, it's not really difficult. I mean, I would like to have a full band together, for those opportunities. And it's kind of funny because I get all the time after playing, I get people saying things like, I just can hear like a band behind you, I can hear the drums and stuff. And I think it kind of shines through when you do kind of have that process of, because I write pretty much everything with a full band in mind, Sometimes I'll come up with the bass line. I used to write songs all the time based off of a drum beat, and then I would build the bass line and guitar would be last, so, and I play drums and I play bass as well, so I kind of can, see the song from all angles, I guess. And it does seem to kind of shine through, like I say, because people have said that. It's not really difficult. It's not. I make sure to,
Is that a fly?
yeah, there's a fly. Yeah, I kind of feel like Mike Pence right now. No, I don't feel like Mike Pence. No. What was I saying? And I say live, when I'm on stage after the song or whatever, I'll say, hey, I record as a full band, and, everything kind of sounds like a full band, and people just kind of pick up on that, like I said. So it's cool to be solo. It's cool to have a band. It's, I think they're appropriate in their own ways.
Yeah, and so when you're composing and when you hear those songs, are you, is your chart the recording, like you hear it in your head, but you lay it down by playing it? Do you write charts as well? Like, could you, I'm not one of those guys.
Yeah, no,
drawing up charts for people.
No, I don't.
But,
I don't ever think like, I need to do a minor seventh here or something or whatever. It's just kind of, I'm completely by ear. I'm by intuition, by emotion.
You find a lot of improvisation as well in a live situation, or are you kind of mostly sticking to the roadmap that you've laid out in the recording?
Mostly to the roadmap. Me, I would, being a guitar player, I would leave a lot of the improv to soloing and things like that, and being just a one, solo artist. I do have some little solos, but nothing, nothing real extensive, big solos or anything. So as far as like my rhythm playing, it's pretty much just, what the song is. I might do different little flares here and there or something, but if it were a band and I, had some like cool, like 8-bar solo or something, I'd definitely play around a little bit,
Yeah.
But yeah, solo, I just kind of stick to the program and keep moving.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always kind of interesting, because when you're writing stuff on your own, and you got all those parts put together, and of course you're doing a lot of solo performances, but
Yeah.
when you do get that opportunity to throw the band back together, or have an occasion that you put one together for,
Sure.
always kind of an interesting approach. If you, I don't know. It's not really an interesting approach. It's just it's just gonna be so different. Just working with that dynamic of different people,
Yeah.
and what they're bringing to the table, and you
Yeah.
worked with them in the past or you didn't.
Right, right.
They heard the recording or they didn't, or
Yeah.
they're trying to lay down what you laid down, but in their own way.
But they gotta
and-
put their own flair on it, And I haven't played with anybody in almost 3 years. Well, 2.5 years. I mean, it was like summer of 19, and so I am kind of interested to, and I kind of am slowly putting a band together right now. I am interested, to basically hand over the songs and say, this is the basic structure, but, do your thing. You have to let musicians be musicians, I think, no matter what. So it'll be cool. It'll happen.
What's your home base?
Oshkosh.
No,
Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I know that, Smarty. I should have been more specific. So when you get a group like that together, some guys will like just revert to a blues tune or something, like let's get it cooking, let's get it, all in sync.
Sure.
How do we start off together?
Yeah.
Something familiar.
Yeah.
Where's your home base musically like that when next time you're confronted with a group of musicians in a band scenario? What's
Probably,
the first thing you're going to throw at them to like get everybody rolling?
Yeah, probably a bluesy thing. I think that's kind of it's the blues is just like the launching pad for everything. That's just a good, comfortable place to start. Kind of branch off from there. I have been writing a lot more kind of like pop oriented, like pop rock with like jazzy kind of chords and different textures and things. So, and me, I'm not really like classically trained. So that'll be kind of interesting, to kind of, I guess translate that over to, someone else, whoever might be jamming with or whatever. But I think, early on, probably blues, Yeah. Yeah.
And you got a favorite blues artist?
Favorite blues artist? Boy, there's so many.
Or a genre, a blues genre, like a subgenre of blues that
I would
you're like how you
probably-
would Delta blues guy, Chicago blues guy.
I'd probably say more like folky blues, probably more so. Like I really love like the early Muddy Waters and the early like Howlin' Wolf and stuff like that, just like real kind of folky.
Yeah.
I just love that, that sound. It's kind of like rockabilly-ish almost, or like precursor to that, So, aside from that, I don't know. I mean, I like it all, really. I really like the '60s kind of psychedelic stuff a lot. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you just released your latest single,
Yes.
and your album is coming out.
That's right. November 19th.
You're also doing these live shows. I see you're going to be touring with our buddy Tom Jordan here.
Yeah.
Mean Tooth Tom.
Yeah, Reverend Mean Tooth.
Reverend Mean Tooth, yeah.
I'm real excited about that. So yeah, he's going to be doing some more solo stuff. this winter, and he hit me up and was like, "Hey, let's book some shows together." And I was like, "Hey, that's a great idea." You know, I love Tom. I love 20 Watt, and Mitch. Yeah, we have like 6 or 7 shows. Some in the valley, some up here actually. We'll be in Merrill and Schofield and Wausau, Appleton, Oshkosh. Probably somewhere else. I'm forgetting, you know. Yeah, it's going to be good. I got, I don't know, 6 or 7 shows total.
Is that going to be like the Office Bar gig?
Yeah, the Office Bar we're playing. Playing at Red's in Gresham as well. Is that nearby? I'm not exactly sure where Gresham is at.
Well, let me just get out the old handy dandy map here.
You've got a big. Go pinpoint it real quick.
Gresham would be very, very small on that world map, I imagine. Yeah, so that's awesome. Things have changed obviously a little bit with the pandemic and touring and stuff like that. How did that impact what you had going on, music-wise and everything?
It just kind of, it was honestly a good thing for me, you know. It enabled me to slow down and kind of hunker down a little bit and work on my craft and myself and record and write, you know. Before the pandemic, I was playing all over the place. I was all over the Midwest, you know, tons of shows, and I never really, and I had a day job, you know, and I also have a family. I've got 2 beautiful girls and a wonderful wife. And so, you know, it was tough to do anything besides play, you know. So it was a really good opportunity to kind of slow down and stop and kind of switch gears. And I definitely came out for the better, I think.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then summer was great. You know, once everything kind of opened up a little bit, it just totally just exploded. And, yeah, you know, here we are. Right. Still going.
Let's talk a little bit about gear. I sometimes miss the opportunity to get a little shoppy with people and their instruments, and so you've got a delightful Breedlove there, acoustic guitar.
Yeah, that's a Madsen. He's a guy.
Oh, it's a Madsen.
Yeah.
What did I say? Breedlove.
He's a guy he's in Menasha or Neenah. He's in Neenah, which is just about 15 minutes out of Oshkosh, and so he's a luthier, repairs, you know, obviously builds, and I got that last year. Yeah, I got that last year sometime, and I love it. I've been playing it a lot. I hadn't played much acoustic before I got it, and I just kind of couldn't put it down. So it's been a lot of fun. Yeah.
Nice. And what drew you to the Madsen guitar? Locally produced.
Yeah,
good.
He had
good
been tuning up.
and whatnot.
He'd been tuning up my guitars, my electric guitars, for a long time. I have this old 1975 Gibson Marauder that I got that needed a whole bunch of work. So he did a bunch of work on that for me, and we just kind of became friends, you know. And and I just wanted to get an acoustic, and he had it, and yeah, so I bought it, and I love it. Nice. It's something so just like natural about the acoustic, you know. It just kind of hits like a really like organic primal nerve, you know. It's just vibration and space, you know. There's no electronics or anything, you know, and just reverberate. Well, there's electronics in it, but you know, when you're just playing it, it's just reverberation, and you know, and I just really, really like that. I connect with it on a very kind of deep, you know, human level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of the construct, back and sides and top, we dealing with like traditional woods?
Oh gosh,
spruce,
so it's got
spruce top and mahogany back and sides, or
no? It's I know it's a wood from Portland. He gets it from the West Coast. Gosh, I can't think of what it is. I know the body is this. It's not really exotic, but. It's a wood that he imports from the West Coast, and gosh, I can't remember what it is. He's gonna kill me, by the way, if he ever sees this. Yeah, honestly, it's not anything traditional, so that's
very cool.
That's why it's slipping my mind. I forget. It's nice. It's very nice wood. I'll give you that.
It's a beautiful instrument. We're gonna hear some cool tunes on it, and then is that the? Did you just recently get a
I did.
Strat?
Yeah,
Is
right
this
here.
the one?
Yeah, I just got this
Cool.
on Sunday. So
Nice.
it's a 2004, and it's got to be the best guitar I've ever owned. Honestly, I've always had problems with my electrics, especially staying in tune and this and that, and this thing just does what I need it to do, and it plays really great, and I think it looks really cool, and I love it.
Yeah.
My
It's a
first Strat.
beautiful color.
Yeah.
What? It does have locking tuners on there,
No.
or just the standard?
Just the standard. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a Mexican made. I got it off of Reverb.
Do you do the whammy bar thing, the wiggle stick,
I never have. No, I've always
floating
been.
tremolo bridge? on
I've
there?
always been a Gibson player, so I've never used one.
Sure. You just bend the neck like a real player.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Wrestle
that's-
the angry animal.
Yeah, and I used to do that too. You bend a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I might throw a whammy on there sometime. We'll see what happens. Why
Right
not?
on. Yeah. I got. Oh, beautiful. Yeah. What else? What else? The website.
Yes.
You're parallel universe. There's like other Cody James
Oh, there's so many.
that play music,
There are so many acoustic
muddying
guitar,
the waters for you.
Cody James players. Yeah, there's so many. I was really happy when I found that out.
Yeah, I'm sure you were. Yeah, just.
I was like, oh great, no one's ever gonna find me. Cool.
Has there been that moment in your, in your business, in your music business career here, where you're thinking about maybe doing a rebranding at some point to set yourself apart from the other Cody James musicians, or are you set on doing you and being you and letting that fall where it may?
Yeah. I mean, I think the one thing I got going for me is none of the other Cody James have long hair. So I've got
far
that.
out.
You know, they're all, short hair guys. So that's kind of.
So you got to keep the main.
Yeah, I got to keep the main. A lot of them are just kind of like country, country kind of, and that's not really what I'm doing. So I'm kind of set apart that way. It's funny. There's like a Western clothing brand called Cody James where they do like boots and hats and stuff.
Oh.
And I get so many visitors from my website. My website is officialcodyjames.com. So I get all kinds of visitors. I'll have people who actually go through my website, clearly see I'm a musician, and then go to the contact page and say, hey, my boots are falling apart. Can you fix them? I get stuff like that all the time. It's hilarious.
Dang.
Yeah, it's
Whoa.
great. It's great.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean,
luckily I haven't been confused with any other musician Cody James yet.
that would just be the icing on the cake.
Yeah,
right?
I'm kind of waiting for it, but we'll see what happens.
Wouldn't that be hip though, to contact that company and they could do like a Cody James line on their Cody James
Yeah,
wardrobe stuff or whatever?
I actually did. I tried to reach out to them.
They weren't into it.
I sent them a message on Instagram and I never heard anything. So maybe if I would email them or something and say, hey, you've got paying customers who are knocking on my door looking for your services, and maybe they'd listen up a
Finder's
little bit.
fee or something.
Yeah.
5% redirect.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. Could be a whole new income stream.
That'd be sweet. I see it now, like them boots.
Yeah.
Your own boots, man. That'd
Yeah.
be sweet. They already say your name on them, right?
I know. Yeah. Right. Just claim them as my own.
Just get a little, like a little headshot, like a picture of your face and, like a stamp of it or something.
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's good.
If you were to bottle up your sound and sell it, do you think that there's a name for that?
Yeah, I'd say right now, like I said earlier, kind of like pop rock, jazzy and bluesy influences, which has changed from like a pretty straightforward kind of blues thing that I was doing. It's funny. Me and my wife were talking about this because you always want to try to figure out how to say that to people, especially people who might not know a bunch of subgenres or whatever. Like, what do I sound like? Who or whatever. And so we were kind of going back and forth. And yeah, I would go with a pop rock, and I always like to say with jazzy and bluesy, influence as well. Yeah.
Right
I think
on.
that sums it up
Oh, yeah.
pretty well.
Well, yes, there's a link in the description below. The officialcodyjames.com is
Yes.
the website. If you'd like to support Cody, there's a link to his PayPal also.
Yes.
And of course, there's the music that you can find on that website. You can download that. And I guess where it also kind of comes in is like, as we look at a streaming service, say like Spotify, you know, if somebody goes to like Cody James Radio, is your music intermingled with the other Cody James people on there sometimes?
No, it was. It initially was, and then I had to go through this whole rigmarole of contacting. It was through my distributor, of getting it sorted out, because it was like Apple Music. It was a different Cody James that all my songs were going under. So I was pretty bummed.
Were you feeling as though you had a loss of revenue stream in that time?
No, because I pretty much did it right away.
Okay.
I looked, because I noticed that there were a bunch of other people named Cody James doing this. So as soon as it was uploaded from the distributor, I checked, found it right away. So
Nice.
yeah, I caught it. Yeah, but it was all intermingled. I was somebody else for a little while. So.
Yeah. Yeah,
all of his fans were like, "What the heck is this? It doesn't sound like your music."
We can't get our boots fixed.
Yeah, right.
We can't get the songs we want.
Who is this guy?
Has anybody come to a live performance and thought that it was going to be the other guy?
No, thankfully. I haven't done any like real heavy touring as a solo artist. So no, I pretty much stuck to the Midwest. So I don't know, and those other guys are from pretty far away. So not
Right.
yet.
I will not invite them.
Yeah.
Don't muddy the waters.
Yeah.
You stay in your zone there. Stay in your zone.
That's right.
Oh, well, hey, man, I can't thank you enough for making the trip up here. It's really great to reconnect with you. It's been a while. And
Yeah.
glad
Thanks
to know
so much
that
for
things
having me.
Absolutely. Glad to know things are going well for you.
Yeah.
And great to see you out on the road playing some shows and putting out music and all the above. How about I turn you loose with a little music? We can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feel free to introduce songs as you go through. If you want to share a little something about them,
Sure.
I will. But I'll cease to interject if I can help it.
Yeah. Hey, if you feel like it, go ahead. Am I taking this mic off now, or keeping this on?
Sure, I'll take it from you.
Okay.
Yeah, the music of Cody James live here from the Bertsch Barn, coming your way in just a moment here. And like I said before, you can tune in. Tune in what? Tune in? No, you can go online. You can go to his website, and you can download the music and hit him up on that PayPal. Drop him a few bucks. And thanks always for your support. And, I'll just be a moment here.
So this is a brand new song. I haven't released this one yet or even really recorded it. But it's all about embracing new energy, going to places you haven't gone before, embracing change. And it's called See the Sights. Coming down never feels right. The only way to do it is if we both stay high. Leave the behind. Oh, take a chance and we can see the sights. Oh, you and I. Come with me and take my hand, and we can go. Step into a place and time that we don't know. Get out of this circumstance to the unknown. If you come with me right now, I'll never leave you alone. You alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. We can stumble, we may fall, but we will not lose. Level up so we can grow to fill these shoes. Getting by, taking only what we need. Combine the contents of our hearts and we will not bleed. Coming down never feels right. The only way to do it is if we both stay high. We leave the whole wide world behind. Oh, take a chance and we can see the sights. Oh, you and I. There's a chance that we lose who we are. But if we make it, we'll be with the stars, stars. Coming down never feels right. The only way to do it is if we both stay high. Leave the whole wide world behind. Oh, take a chance and we can see the sights. All right, so that was See the Sights. Like I said, that's a song all about embracing change. Lots of crazy energy out there in the world today, which doesn't always mean that it's bad. Next song is a song I just released on the 15th. This song's up online if you stream. It's got a full band arrangement. I wrote this back in 2018. It's all about finding out who I am, kind of going inside, figuring yourself out a little bit. It's called Everything in Me. Well, I thought I knew everything there was to know. And well, I had to look inside to show myself what I was about. And once I did, it all came out to scream and shout. And now I just love the way I can see everything in me, and I know how it is gonna be. Oh, and I will be alright if I try. I just close my eyes and I dive inside. Now I see, in light of all that has passed, I want love and life to last. It goes too fast, and now I just love the way I can see everything in me, and I know how it is gonna be. Yeah, well, I will be alright if I try. I just close my eyes and I dive inside. Hey, oh, 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 hey, oh, oh, oh. And now I just love the way I can see everything in me, and I know how it is gonna be. Yeah, well, I will be alright if I try. I just close my eyes and I dive inside. Hey, oh, 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 hey, oh, oh. Thank you. So yeah, that song is up online on all streaming platforms, anywhere you look. I played the drums, I played bass, I played guitar, of course, and I sang, and I recorded it and mixed it, mastered it, the whole nine. So go check it out. It's called Everything in Me. I've got my same old feeling coming alive. I try to climb back up when the mood takes a dive, but never finding where I feel satisfied. No, I told myself it would be different this time, but it's clear it will not be. Sinking down the hole, committing a crime. I'm sacrificing dreams to feel gratified. I'm filling voids inside with things that do not solve. I'm shoving down the urge and need to evolve. And it's clear this fight is real. But why do I always find a way to play in some vice each day? Oh, the answers lie deep inside. The answers lie deep inside. Oh. And it's clear this fight is real. But why do I always find a way to play in some vice each day? Oh, why do I always find a way to play in some vice each day? Oh, the answers lie deep inside. The answers lie deep inside. Hey, thank you. It's a brand new song. Yeah, that one's pretty new. I like playing that one though. It's good. It's called Sacrificing Dreams, and that's one thing that I kind of realized I was doing. So I've been sober for over a year and doing some, good things for myself. And I realized that I had to put those things aside to really give my dreams their full potential. And I was actively sacrificing my dreams to serve those things. So that's what that song's all about. I'm going to switch over to my acoustic. This is a Madsen-made acoustic, Neenah, Wisconsin. So I'm going to do another brand new song for you. This is a nice love song, and my wife liked it a lot right away. So I guess that's how I know I got a good song, right? You and me will always be one of a kind, always till the end of time, flowing through this dream serene with stars in our eyes. All that's left to do is fly. Smiling forever, shining through with style and grace, a magnet pulling without chase. Oh, and I believe we can touch the sky by and by. Oh, yes, I believe Thank you. Thank you so much. So I've got one more song for you guys. It's another love song. I wrote this song for my wife. If you have ever met my wife, you know just how awesome she is. And she has saved me a time or two in a multitude of ways, and I love her very much. I'm going to take a quick sip out of my huge copper bottle. We just celebrated our 7-year anniversary earlier this month on the 10th. And so we do this thing like each year for your anniversary, there's like an element or a stone or a material kind of associated. And this year it was copper. So I got a copper bottle amongst other things. What's that? Some other unnamables. This song is called Lost Without You. Your embrace makes me feel safe. Lying here with you is the greatest place. And your smile makes me feel fine. Sends a message down my shivering spine. And that's alright. And that's okay, 'cause any time I spend with you makes my golden day. That's alright, and that's okay, 'cause any time I spend with you makes my golden day. And I'd be lost without you, baby. You have always felt so right, so right. And those things, the things you do to me, they're simply divine, the blind man can see. And the way we fit so perfectly, we take the best in life and multiply when need. And I'd be lost without you, baby. You have always felt so right, right. And we have chemistry, intuition does not lie. So hold me tonight, sparkling bright beneath the sky. Our love light shines. Tell me, am I awake? Emotions just start going away. And I feel my dreams have come to me and you. Love and time gone away. without you, baby. You have always felt so right, and we have chemistry, intuition does not lie. No, so hold me tonight, sparkling bright beneath the sky. Our love light shines. There you have it. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm Cody James. You can find me at officialcodyjames.com or at realcodyjames on social media. I want to thank my good pal, Mr. Scott Kirby, and the Bertsch Barn for doing this. Thank you to WXPR as well, and the Midwest Music Hour. How cool. This is so awesome. I do have a PayPal link. I guess I should have said that earlier. I think Scott mentioned it on the video. If you feel like throwing me a couple bucks, I've got mouse feed. I'm a full-time musician. I appreciate anything, including you guys just hanging out. So thank you so much, and I'll catch you next time.